welcome to PCC Connections, brought to you from the campus of Pueblo Community College. I'm Michael Lingle, your host. Glad to have you with us today. And joining me in the studio, of course, is a familiar face here on the PCC campus and in our community, Patty Orjavic, President of Pueblo Community College. President Orjavic, welcome.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks for having me back.
Well, you're always one of our favorite guests. You always seem to have this incredible energy about the great things that are happening here on the campus. And of course, this is an incredible year for Pueblo Community College. And why is that?
Because we're celebrating our 80th anniversary. Can you imagine?
Incredible 80 years. And through this segment, we're going to talk about some of our background. And what we're going to really be exploring here is the past, present, and future. Because one of the things I frequently hear you telling our community members and faculty and staff, and especially our students, is that the best is yet to come, that there are some exciting things. So let's do a little memory tripping here. 1933, the very first class is offered in the Pueblo County Courthouse. First graduating class in 1935, 17 students. And since then we've gone through Southern Colorado Junior College, that was our first title. Later the Pueblo Vocational Community College. And of course in the 1980s we became Pueblo Community College. When you look back at the history of Pueblo Community College in that first kind of 70-some years, if you will. But, you know, what's your process or your thoughts about why Pueblo Community College in those earlier formations of it was so important to the Pueblo community?
Well, I think that in Pueblo, we've always valued education and the relationship it has with economic development. We might not have used those terms in 1933, right, but we always knew that the way to a better life was through an educated community or an educated workforce. And it's just so inspirational to think that the Hogue family and the Kelly family and those individuals who really valued education were brave enough to come forth and say, we need some sort of higher education in our community if we are to grow and prosper. And look at where we are today.
Yeah, and those were some families that really said, we understand the value of education, and we had some kind of simple beginnings there. If I understand correctly, CF&I donated the land for the Ormond campus that we're currently on, and we began some construction in 1936 in some of the first buildings. Did you have an earlier connection with Pueblo Community College? Did anyone in your family had they ever taken classes, or you certainly knew some people in the community that had taken classes, you know, of your parents' generation that had come over to PCC?
Well, actually, Mike, I'm a first-generation college graduate in my family, and so no. To be honest with you, my first real exposure to Pueblo Community College was when the governor appointed me to the state board. And that's when I really began to have a better understanding of the value of a community college education and the impact that it really makes on our community. So,
especially now, when you were served on the board, you really saw that economic piece of it, didn't you? Mm-hmm. If you had to put that in some kind of term, this is worth millions of dollars in terms of the economic output that Pueblo Community College has in the Pueblo community?
We recently did an economic impact study, we meaning the entire system, and Pueblo Community's portion alone has an economic impact of about $34 million a year to this community. And we employ over 600 individuals, and when you add in all of our part-timers, it's probably closer to 800. So we provide viable job opportunities to a significant amount of the workforce here. And then on top of that, we educate and prepare thousands of students each year and provide them with an opportunity for that skilled labor.
One of the things I've always heard in our community, and I've heard this from students, and I love this, this is a great stepping stone to a future and the things that I want to do. When you hear students in the community say that to us, or community members saying, yes, I got my start at, you know, Pueblo Community College, and what does that mean to you as the president of our college?
Well, it just fills me with so much pride. I like to tell the story. Last Last spring, I was walking across the campus and I saw a young man, and he was dressed in a CSU t-shirt, the green and gold t-shirt, and I said to him, "You're awfully brave wearing that t-shirt on this campus," because as you know, the maroon t-shirts are so
Right.
popular. And he stopped me and he looked at me, and very seriously he said, "No, I'm not. You know why?" And I said, "Well, no, why?" And he said, "Because this college is going to get me to CSU." And it was
Wow.
just so fabulous to hear a young man articulate the fact that this was his stepping stone to that 4-year degree and to whatever his future aspirations were.
And that's just one of
That
thousands of
is
stories.
one of thousands of
That's
stories.
That's
Yeah.
incredible. We're visiting with Pueblo Community College President Patty Urjavic, and we're talking about past, present, and future, because coming up here in just a matter of weeks, we will have our official 80th anniversary celebration. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I want to hear about all the details of what's going to be happening, not only for that event, but what exciting things are happening here at PCC in the future. Don't go away. We'll be right back.